I'm here with Sergio Pettis, the Bellator MMA bantamweight champion, fighting Patchy Mix at Bellator 301 this Friday, the Wintrust Arena in Chicago. First of all, Sergio, it is fight week. How was camp? How's everything feeling going into this?
Everything's going good, man. It's weight cut week, so obviously not the most fun couple of days, but weight's pretty low. Should be easy weight cuts, so I'm very thankful.
I don't want to make fun of or make light of it, pun fully intended, but the weight cut these days compared to flyweight, I imagine it's a little bit more comfortable.
Way more comfortable, man. Honestly, thank God for those flyweight cuts because it taught me how to be strict and how to like really be disciplined. So 35 is yeah, definitely compared to the 25 is a dream come true. 25 was a nightmare.
Definitely. Well, glad to see you're in a better place, and I think the payoff obviously is the championship that you've now won and defended a couple of times, and are looking to defend again and unify, of course. Before we get to that fight, coming off the Patricio Pitbull win, that was big. Obviously, he is a double champ, former double champ, still the featherweight champ, trying to make history. You turned him back. Where does that rank among your career accomplishments?
It's got to be up there, man. I think it might be, one of my best performances. Obviously, coming off of the circumstances, I was out for 18 months with an ACL injury, and coming back and fighting the GOAT, that's a big risk for anybody. So, yeah, man, definitely one of my bigger wins.
Were you surprised when Bellator offered that fight? And like you said, you're coming back from ACL surgery 18 months away. That is not a warm-up fight.
Yeah, not at all. They threw me right into the deep end with the Sharks, and I was thankful that they offered that fight. It was something actually my coach I think kind of coordinated. He kept throwing it out there like, hey, let's get this fight with Patricio Pitbull, tagging him and his coaches, and they jumped on board right away. Got Bellator involved, and that's how everything came about.
Well, that was a fantastic one. And your last three fights, really, all former champions or current champions. You had Archuleta, Horiguchi, and Patricio Pitbull, of course. I mean, do you feel you're getting the credit you deserve for facing what amounts to a murderer's row of bantamweights?
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm not here to get the credit. I'm not here for any of that. I know what I'm doing, and my people know what's going on, so that's all that matters to me. And yeah, I feel like I am getting a little bit of credit though. People are starting to see what I'm capable of doing and seeing that I got a name myself.
Well, the talent was always there, even going back to the UFC days, of course. But the run you're on now, just very, very impressive. Um, is there anything you kind of attribute that to? Is there, just is it coming of age? Is it everything clicking at the right time? Like, what do you credit here?
Yeah, I think everything's just coming together now. I got my life is pretty clean now. Like there's no flaws. I got a beautiful fiance. I got great dog. My two dogs. I got everything I want, man. So everything else that is happening now is like an extra bonus. I'm comfortable with myself. Finally, for a bit, I was not comfortable with myself. I had a feel a big shadow over me. Being Anthony Pettis' younger brother. So that was playing in my head for a bit. And once I took those two back-to-back losses, that really changed me, man. It made me realize, how much I truly love this sport, and I don't want to feel that feeling again. So I made sure I did it.
And it's interesting to hear you say that kind of. I guess now that you've come out from under his shadow, so to speak. I mean, was it kind of a double-edged sword? Because in a way, he's the role model. He had all that success earlier, and you can look at that and go, "Hey, I can do that too." But then you still have the expectation of having to live up to that.
Yeah, for sure. And just going back to me as a young man, I wasn't the most confident guy. I wasn't the most, even when I started fighting, I didn't really know if I was going to be a fighter. I always thought of like, I might go to college, I might go do something different. And I kind of just fell into this lifestyle and I started to like it. I started really liking to prepare for fights. I was helping my brother prepare for all these great fights back when I was like 15, 16, 17. And I thought I was like, oh, I'm decent, but I don't know if I'm ever going to be great. And I just got to a point where I'm like, I'm ready to be great. Why not me? I'm capable of doing this as well.
Well, you've kind of answered the greatness question. So is the question now just how great you can be, how far you can go?
Yeah, man, I plan on being around for a while. I'm in this for the long haul. I feel like I'm a late bloomer in life. 30 years old now. I'm starting to really show who I am and being able to express myself in the cage and outside the cage as well. And yeah, I feel like I want to take this to levels that I didn't even think I could take it. And I have a lot of goals set. I initially when I signed this contract with Bellator, like in the beginning, I was like, my next goal is to go 12-0. And right now I'm halfway there. I'm 6-0, and I just signed another 6-fight contract with him. So I'm like, this is my goal to go 12-0, get to
Well,
29-5.
absolutely. The next step is Patchy Mix this Friday, Bellator 301. Um, when you look at this, obviously the ACL injury took you out of the Grand Prix, but had it not, is he someone you would have expected to see in the finale against yourself?
I didn't really think too much of it. Like at the time, I was just so focused on my ACL injury, and I was rooting for Rafion Stotts. He was my teammate, so I wanted him to win that $1 million and have that with his family, and be able to just change his life. And so yeah, I was shooting for Rafion. I didn't want to fight him, but obviously I wanted him to have that goal. And Patchy just went out there and took it from him, man. He did excellent. I wasn't overlooking Patchy at all. He's a great athlete, great jiu-jitsu artist. He's able to put people in positions, hold them there. Not only that, now he's knocking guys out. So, yeah, man, he's a hell of an athlete. Didn't expect it, but here we are.
Like you said, he's a definite threat on the ground. I believe 12 subs. I could be off on the number. Um, with that in mind, have you done anything different this camp to prepare for that?
Nah, man, everybody who fights me ends up trying to take me down or end up trying to hold me or take my back. So nothing's really too different. I've gotten a little more educated in certain positions that he likes. I know he likes his front headlocks, his guillotines, rear naked chokes as well. So I did grapple a little bit more, and I think it was good, man. It's going to be longevity for my career.
Well, definitely looking forward to this fight. I feel like it's going to be a fantastic event overall. Of course, you've got another title fight on the card as well. Um, and then there's kind of the other elephant in the room, so to speak, which is normally right about now, I'd say, what are your plans for 2024? What are your goals? And with Bellator right now, we don't know. It's all up in the air. First of all, have you been able to kind of tune that out and just focus on what's at hand?
For sure. I 100% can tune that out. I'm one of those guys that takes life day by day. I don't think too far ahead because it's unnecessary. It's not reality at the moment. So yeah, I'm able to really tune that out. And I've been in this situation before as a younger man. I was fighting for a title shot for the flyweight division at the UFC. I went against Hussein Formiga, and about like 2 or 3 days before the fight, I heard they're getting rid of the flyweight division, and it really fucked with my head. I was like, dang, why am I going to even fight for this title then? Like, this is a waste of, I'm not going to get a title shot after this fight. And I went into that fight, ended up losing. So, I'm not going to make the same mistake. I'm going to focus on what I need to focus on, and that's Patchy Mix.
Well, that's good. At the same time, though, is it kind of a little part of you that goes, oh man, how is this happening again?
No, I'm not worried about it, man. It's happened to me once before, and I've learned from it. And if it happens again, that's life. That's how life goes. I'm able to adjust, and I'm in a great position right now. So if I win this fight, I'll even be in a better position. So that's what I'm focused on. Win this fight. Whatever happens after that happens after that. I got, my goal next year. I'm getting married March 1st, so that's what I'm focused on. Like the good things in life. I got some good shit going on, and that's what I'm really looking forward to.
Well, congratulations on that. We'll just take a little detour then. Do you have everything planned out? Like, where are you doing the wedding? Is it a destination
Yeah,
wedding or?
yeah. Everything's been planned out. My wife's been really, my fiance has been really helping me out a lot since I've been in camp. So she's coordinating everything. I found the location. That's all I'll take credit for. But yeah, she's pretty much doing everything else.
Well, we always say it's for them, it's not for us, right?
Hell yeah.
Well,
Very true.
congratulations, man.
Thank you.
We'll jump back to that for a second. Regardless of what happens with Bellator, I don't think there's going to be any question that you're going to land on your feet. Your services would be in high demand with any promotion. The rumor, of course, going around, it might be the PFL that buys it, and that could lead to some crossover. They might keep Bellator running for a while. Would you be interested in doing a tournament there if they launched a bantamweight division?
Yeah, I would be interested, man, because I missed out on a tournament over here in Bellator, especially if there's $1 million on the line. I think anybody's excited for that. I'm down for that. My lifestyle is a mixed martial arts, so I think I'd be perfect for that type of format.
Wow, that would be very cool. I don't know if you can comment on this or not, but the other thing that would happen if that were the case is that it would be a bit of a homecoming if Anthony were still there. But is Anthony still with the PFL? I know he's doing karate combat right now.
Yeah, I think Anthony is still with the PFL, but I don't know if he's doing like the tournament format. Kind of just doing like one-off fights. But yeah, he's been doing some boxing fights. He's got this karate combat fight going on. He just beat Roy Jones. Yeah, Anthony's still doing some legendary stuff.
Would something like that appeal to yourself? I mean, be it karate combat or some kind of striking only discipline, would any of that appeal to you at some point?
For sure, man. I think boxing would be fun. I've actually built my skill around boxing. I think that's like what I'm one of the better things at that area in my game is my boxing game. So I would love to entertain a boxing fight for sure. And karate combat, I've been doing taekwondo since I was a kid, so that's right up my alley as well. So yeah, man, I'm down for either or.
Wow, that would be cool. What's your take on all these kind of celebrity boxing crossovers then? I mean, you got Jake Paul doing it, you got Logan Paul, Dylan Dennis, whatever that was, or whatever we want to say about it. But what's your kind of take on it? Is it entertaining to you at all?
At first, I was a little like kind of like everybody else about it. I'm like, what's going on? Like, what is this? But as it's getting like more big and stuff, and honestly, Jake Paul is a great athlete. He's doing good stuff. He's got good hands. He's got a great understanding of boxing, and I respect it. And I respect what the Logan or what the Paul brothers are doing. And yeah, I think it's cool, man. Like, why not? Everybody's interested. It's like celebrity death match when we were younger, watching all those. It's like we're seeing it real in real life now, and it's pretty awesome.
I kind of forgot about that show. Thank you for reminding me.
Yeah.
Sergio, man, I want to thank you for the time today. I'll let you go after this question, the cliche last question of the interview. Just give me a prediction for Bellator 301 this Friday in Chicago.
This Friday, man, I'm gonna go out there and have one of the best performances of my life. Whatever it is gonna be. Hopefully a knockout. That's what I'm aiming for.
Good stuff, man. Best of luck in the fight, Sergio. Thank you for the time today. You have yourself a great night.
I appreciate you, brother. Have a good night.
You too. Cheers.
Peace.